Hi, Dr. Al Sears here. Thank you for joining me. Today I want to tell you about something I'm working on. I'm very excited to tell you I've made some advances in how to deal with one of the most frightening conditions we face. I'm talking about Alzheimer's disease. This is very important to me for a couple of reasons. First, what you're hearing from the medical establishment is just not true. Their approach is once you have the diagnosis, your only option is to take their ineffective and expensive drugs. These companies are not in the business of improving your health. They are there to make a profit. And it's even worse than that because none of the drugs work. I can give you a single nutrient that works better than any of the drugs that have ever been tried for Alzheimer's. Second, I have developed other breakthroughs that are completely independent of Big Pharma's for-profit sick care system. The truth is, you don't need their drugs and I can't recommend them. The treatments I recommend don't have the toxic side effects. In fact, they tend to improve your general health, and they're available now. One of the most important breakthroughs I've ever made at my Institute for Anti-Aging Medicine uses the body's own natural healing cells. They reside within all of us. They always have. I'm talking about stem cells. I've discovered the importance of stem cell therapy using it in my anti-aging practice. I've always been interested in natural therapies, so I was one of the first to discover this link. Now, finally, researchers and doctors in other specialties are beginning to recognize these benefits as well. Now, I'm finally getting some research that supports the true power of stem cells. They can have life-changing benefits. In fact, the FDA has finally approved the first study using stem cells for Alzheimer's. These advances merely confirm what I've said for a long time, that stem cells can and should transform how we treat Alzheimer's today. In addition to stem cells, I've been making amazing progress using hyperbaric oxygen therapy in my clinic. I found these therapies are even more powerful when we combine them with activating the enzyme telomerase. Telomerase is the main enzyme that controls your genetic clock. When you have telomerase turned on, you can make more cells to repair damaged tissue. This turns out to be very important in Alzheimer's disease. But not everyone can come to my Institute for Anti-Aging Medicine in South Florida. That's why I'm talking to you today. I want to give everyone the benefit of these kinds of therapies. Alzheimer's is not likely going to be cured with a drug. You see, it's not even really a disease in the strictest sense of the word. It's more a natural reaction to the modern environment we live in. You can think of it as a combination of being deprived of the nutrients you need to build your brain and being deprived of the antioxidants that you need to repair the damage, and this constant assault of poisons and toxins. So you see, when you look at it that way, the last thing in the world you need is more toxic chemicals that cause more of a burden and more inflammation and more damage. Let me say this again. If you or someone you know is suffering from Alzheimer's disease, don't let them convince you that there's nothing you can do. It's not in your genes, and it's not a death sentence. And there is something you can do. You see, we are living through an incredible time in our history. There is so much hope when it comes to preventing, treating, and even reversing Alzheimer's. More than ever before. Watch your email tomorrow for an announcement about my new Alzheimer's course. You can expect a comprehensive 30-day protocol to prevent, treat, and even reverse Alzheimer's. You can also have your friends and relatives go to my website at alsearsmd.com, where they can sign up for my free newsletter and receive tomorrow's email. Thank you for joining me.